What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fudge Muppet. It's Scott here today with a brand new video all about inspirational and whether it is worth it or not. Now, inspirational requires Charisma 8, and at the first rank, your companion does more damage in combat and cannot hurt you. At the second rank, your companion resists more damage in combat and can't be harmed by your attacks. And at the third rank, your companion can carry more items and increases carry weight of your companion by 25 pounds. Now, straight up, is it worth it? It's worth it for characters that need to heavily rely on companions. If you've got any sort of degree of combat ability, then you don't necessarily really need this. Or you could just have it for fun. If you are using companions heaps, I mean, we're going to have a few builds that do use it, even though they're not completely weak combat-wise, but we did that because the companions are an essential part of the playstyle, and we want them to be capable, and you don't want to be hurting them all the time with your reckless firing. But I do have to say, if we're talking companions versus no companions, Lone Wanderer gives you far more benefits. I'm going to be straight up and say that the companion AI isn't the best. They're not particularly great. They're often just acting as sort of a meat shield, sometimes a bit of distraction. Sure, if you give them a really powerful weapon, they do okay, but it's like you could do better with it anyway, so you're better off getting the advantages from Lone Wanderer by not having a companion. But in the case that you are having companions, and you do enjoy company, and you do like them for story and character, and like them commenting on everything that you're doing, then this is a worthwhile perk. But I'm going to go a step further and say that the first two ranks are really worth it. The third one, less so. It's a little bit of extra edge. It can help if you're a big, like, bartering kind of character, like a merchant going around and storing heaps of shit on you and your companion. But ultimately, the third rank isn't super necessary, but the first three are actually very useful. I like the second part of the second rank, where they can't be harmed by your attacks. And also, if you're going to give your companion a rocket launcher, it's so good to have the first rank, where the companion can't hurt you. Especially when you give them a big-ass rocket launcher and they go a little bit trigger-happy. But ultimately, that's all I really have to say. It's a very good perk if you're going to use companions a lot. So our Diplomat build relied basically entirely on companions. You don't have to get this. It's really not an essential. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to make a character that uses heaps of companions, it's not essential. It's more so of a specific companion character build. So if you're like a Minutemen General that we've got coming up, or our Diplomat that has to use companions like mercenaries, and using companions as like useful distractions, like maybe you're a melee character and you want a ranged backup. But ultimately, if it's this versus Lone Wanderer with no companions, then Lone Wanderer is much better. It also requires far less charisma. Inspirational, you do need quite a bit, so you already need to be a charisma character, basically. So, yeah. Anyways, that's basically all I have to say on Inspirational, so thanks for tuning in. I'm Scott from Fudge Muppet, and I will see you next time in another video. Bye-bye.